Bitches, welcome to Rivers Ramblings, episode 5. Rin's a bit overwhelmed right now. She has had some uh, a diagnosis that she's trying to work through and is just really overwhelmed. And I said, "Hey, girl, I got you." So I got her back. So here I am. So today I am going to talk about our homes, naming them as well as making them or her maybe a part of our practice. But first, I do want to tell you guys that I did get to go visit Rin this last weekend. It was wonderful to see her again. We had a great time. There was a musical festival downtown, so we went and did that. And then we went to the hockey game, and it was just nice to be together and cut loose and share some time together. So that was wonderful. And then second, I have a comment about my last week's topic, talking to the dead. And we have several listeners actually that have let us know in the past that they can communicate with the dead. And one of our patrons, Greg, emailed me after listening to last week's episode and said that he has a story about communications from the other side. So he said he was about 7 years old and was riding his bike down one side of the street. And he heard a voice yell at him to move to the other side of the road. And he did it without hesitation. So just after that, a tree branch that was about 4 to 5 feet long and about a foot thick, landed right where he would have been if he had kept riding on that same path on the bicycle. And he says he was so shocked that he fell over and fell off his bike and was just staring at that tree branch going, "Holy crap." Well, I don't know what he said at 7 years old. It was probably not holy shit, but maybe it was like, "Oh my God." And he just looked around and he's like, "Who told me that? Who said that?" And there wasn't anybody there. There was nobody around. And he said he never did figure out who it was that spoke to him, but that was one of his first experiences with hearing dead people. And he said that he has been experiencing that whole ghost thing ever since then. So, very, very cool story. Thank you for sharing that, Greg. We really appreciate it. Love getting emails from you guys. So, please keep that up. Okay. So, anyway, let's talk about our witchy houses. So, did you know, speaking of houses, that Sears used to sell mail order houses? That is the weirdest thing to me. They were available by catalog, and you could order it between 1908 and 1940. And it was like this home that was kind of a do-it-yourself kit. They sold 75,000 home kits in hundreds of different styles, and some of them are still in existence. I thought that was pretty cool. It would be nice to be able to just order a home online. Anyway, your home is an extension of your energy. So it's your sanctuary. It's a harmonious space where you can support your personal growth, your creativity, your peace of mind. A lot of us, it's our safe haven. A strong bond with your home can amplify your magical workings. So the more you invest into your space, the more it will support your intentions. A connected home fosters comfort, safety, creates a nurturing environment where you can thrive. So basically, our homes are more than just places to binge watch Netflix or just eat or watch your favorite supernatural shows like I like to do. They're sacred spaces. They're energetic havens. They are the ultimate backdrop for our magical workings. So why not treat your home like the mystical being that it is and fully integrate it into your practice? Did you know that the world's largest house is over 400,000 square feet? That is mind-boggling. It's the biggest house in the world, and it's actually recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. It has 27 stories, multiple swimming pools, 168 parking spaces, and it's in Mumbai, India, which I thought, that's crazy. I can't even fathom a house that size. All right, so the first thing to connecting with your home is naming it. Let's name our houses. So, one of the best ways to strengthen your connection is to give it a name. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but yes, you want to name your house. You name your pets, your plants, Sometimes we even name our favorite crystals. Don't lie. I know some of you do that too. It's not just me. So why should our home be any different? So naming your space gives it an identity. It makes it feel more like an ally in your magic rather than just this wood and stone or brick, whatever that surrounds you. Okay, so you might think naming a house is a little bit extra, but there are reasons for it. A name can help you set the energy of your space. By choosing a name with meaning, you're infusing your home with that intention. A name creates a bond between you and your living space. Plus, let's be honest, who wouldn't want to go and tell their friends and say, hey, I live in a place called the Enchanted Cottage or Hogwarts on a budget? That would be me. Did you know that many names originated as a description of the person? Like David meant beloved in Hebrew, and Stewart meant administrator of an estate. So you can kind of use that idea too when you're naming your home. So the first thing you should probably do is consider your home's personality. Is your home cozy and warm? Is it huge and chilly? What are the color aesthetics that you've got? Does it have a spooky vibe? Is it like those lovely little witchy cottages that we see on the internet? Take a moment to think about the essence of your space. For example, if your home is filled with Jesus, quirky decor and a lot of plants, maybe something whimsical like the Green Thumb Palace might be a good name. Draw inspiration from nature when you're trying to come up with a name for your home. Nature can provide a whole wealth of inspiration. Think about the nearby trees you've got, what types of flowers grow in your yard or outside your apartment complex, what the landscape looks like. Is it flat? Is it dry? Is it hilly? Are there mountains? If you live near a grove of cherry blossom trees, then maybe name it something like Cherry Blossom Haven. That sounds kind of poetic and charming. Of course, in Georgia right now, a fitting name would be something like the Land of Eternal Pollen. That's what we're dealing with down here. Play with puns. Wordplay can add a touch of humor to setting your home's name. Like if you're a cat lover and you got lots of cats, you can name it something like the Perfect Retreat or Catnip Castle. Of course, the humor thing might not be the right vibe for your home, so keep that in mind as well. Use mythology or folklore. Delve into the mythology or folklore for names that have meaning that might mean something to you and to your home. This can lend an air of mystery to your home. It's especially cool if the legends come from your area. Like here in the United States, every state has its own urban legends that are out there. So it would be kind of cool to use something for that. But do some research on legends and history or background in your area and think about what mythology might inspire you. Are you inspired by the Celts? Are you inspired by the Fae? You might call your home the Fairy Nook or Banshee Bungalow. That's a cute one. Incorporate personal touches. So think about your hobbies, your interests, even your family traditions. A name that reflects your personality will make your home feel even more special. So, and also if you're moving into a new home and you have children, have your children help you come up with a name. They live there too, and the house is going to protect them as well and be their home as well. So let them be a part of it. That could be a fun thing to do as a family. If you love baking, like I know Rin does, you could name your home the Cookie Cottage or Bread and Butter Haven. And then I'll be going, I'm coming to your house because I want some cookies. Ask your house. I mean, seriously, light a candle, meditate, and see what name comes to you. Rely on your intuition and what the house vibes are telling you. Houses have their own energies, and it might just whisper its true name to you. Also, keep in mind that if you feel like fae or spirits do reside in your home, then you might want to consult them as well. This is a big thing, naming your home. It could totally change your energy, the energy of your space. So consult with them, see what inspiration they might give you. Here are some examples that I came up with. Moonshadow Cottage. That's perfect for a night-loving witch who likes to lay out in the moonlight. that kind of thing. The Enchanted Hollow. That's great for those who want a cozy infused sanctuary. Storm Song Keep. It's ideal if you work with weather magic or just enjoy the thunderstorms. I love thunderstorms. So that would be that type of ambiance for your home. That would be a great name, especially if you live in an area where there are a lot of storms that come through. Hearthfire Haven. That would be a great name for a kitchen witch or those who see their home as the ultimate hearth of warmth and protection. Raven's Roost. I kind of like that one. If you're if you vibe with dark, mysterious, and slightly goth aesthetics, that might be a great name for your home. The Witch's Brew House, which is perfect if you enjoy a good potion or coffee or wine every day. I was going to say every morning, but I don't think we start off the morning with wine. Some days I feel like I should start off the morning with wine, but that's anyway. The Haunted Hideaway, which is ideal for homes that have maybe some creaky floorboards or might be even haunted. The Cozy Cauldron, I like that one, for those who thrive on comfort and a warm drink. Also, if you need ideas, and I think I've talked about this website before, it's www.fantasynamegenerators.com. It is a fantastic site. The woman who does it is just brilliant. She has got all kinds of categories that you can peruse, fairy names, night names, anything like that. So take a crack at that and see what ideas you might come up with for your home. What if you've lived in your house for years and you never named it? You never named her. That's okay. Sometimes it takes us a while to connect with our craft and really be comfortable with our witchy side. Some of us are still in the broom closet, so to speak, so have never really thought about naming our home as a witchy name. Maybe you didn't even realize you were a witch until recently. That's okay. And if you've lived there for years, think about what the home has seen and been a part of as your family has lived there. Has it watched your children grow up? It's watched all of the parties and entertaining you've done, all the family gatherings, all the love that has been felt in every room of your house. All of that can play into the name that you choose for your house. Did you know, by the way, speaking of being in a house for a long time without giving it a name, the average amount of time that a person stays in a house is 13.2 years. Thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so you've named your home. You've come up with the name, the perfect name, you found it. So now what? Well, let's claim that name and really embrace it. Create a sign, get crafty. Design a whimsical sign with your home's name on it and maybe hang it at your entrance or out in the yard or at where you put your house number outside. Add glitter if you're that type of person. Some people are like, glitter is not allowed in this house. My husband would like to ban glitter. Invoke a naming ritual. Light a candle and say a little incantation and officially bless your home with its new name. And remember to give the spirits of the dwelling thanks as well. And you might want to make sure that they have been thanked in addition to the home being thanked, because you don't want any little grumpy ghosts or fae running around. Host a name reveal party. How fun is that? Invite friends over for a fun gathering where you unveil your house's name, and you can serve snacks and drinks that match its theme, like fairy fizz or witchy wine or whatever it is that matches what name you've come up with. Once you do that, you're going to want to really connect with your home. So create a threshold of protection. Your front door is the mouth into your home, and that's where energy enters and exits. So keep it protected by hanging a witch bell. I love witch bells. A bundle of herbs, maybe. You could do rosemary, lavender, mugwort. Those are all good choices. You could put protective sigils carved on a piece of wood or actually carved into your door frame if you want to, or drawn near your entrance. Never ever, though, put a mat out that says welcome because you are welcoming any type of energy into your home and you don't want to do that. So definitely don't do that. Enchant your floor. Yes, floors need love too. So every time you sweep or mop or vacuum, add a bit of intention. Maybe something like, I cleanse this space of negativity, or I invite harmony and peace into my home. Sprinkle some cinnamon or salt on the floors before you sweep to help bring in prosperity and purification and help take out all of that negativity that might be in there. Whisper a chant as you clean, something simple like out with the old, in with the gold. You know me, I like rhyming chants, so maybe something like sweep away the dust and grime, bring in peace, it's cleansing time. With every stroke, I clear the way for love and light to fill this day. Lovely. Have some magical lighting or ambiance in your home for doing your energy work, for doing your spell work. Candles, of course, are a given. But don't underestimate fairy lights. Love fairy lights. One of my daughters has fairy lights in her room. Salt lamps, colored bulbs. Colored bulbs are fun. I've got a new bedside table lamp that you can turn different colors on for different ambiance. Blue light can be for tranquility, red for passion and energy, green for abundance, purple for that extra witchy intuition boost. And let's get real, fairy lights are perfect for making everything 1000% more magical. I think Ren would love to do lava lamps for her ambiance. She's got that whole 70s vibe going. So I can see her for sure doing lava lamps as the ambient lighting in her witchy home. Infuse your kitchen with kitchen witchery, of course. Your spice rack, that's basically a potion cupboard in disguise. Stir your coffee or tea with intention. Infuse your food with magical properties. Basil for prosperity, cinnamon for protection, honey for sweetening situations up. And it's a bonus if you cook with intention because everything tastes better infused with that little bit of extra witchy love. Or as Ren sometimes says, she cooks sometimes with hate, as she has said before. Let your bookshelves double as an arcane library. Let's face it, all of us witches love our books. We have witchy books and crystal books and grimoires and shadow books and journals. So make a bookshelf or a section of one if you don't have a whole space for a whole bookshelf to place all of your witchy knowledge. If you put them there, herbal guides, that's another one a lot of us have. Um, Even a collection of gothic novels that makes you feel witchy, that kind of paranormal romance, whatever. Put those on your shelf and then arrange the books with intention, perhaps grouping them by element or purpose, that kind of thing. Those sexy books might be sex magic related. Invite the fae, spirits, or other helpful energies into your home. If you work with spirits or the fae, then leave them offerings like honey, milk. They love shiny trinkets. And make it clear that they're welcome, but only if they bring good vibes. Although the fae can be twitchy, so be careful how you word that. You don't want to make it a threat. The last thing you need is a mischievous brownie hiding your keys when you're trying to get out the door and you're already going to be late. Declutter this space, this newly named home, this newly magical space. Declutter it. Go room by room, letting go of items that no longer serve you. As you do this, visualize releasing stagnant energy. Use sage, sweetgrass, or other herbal bundles or cleansing spray to cleanse your space. As you clean and declutter, just like when I talked about the floors above, you can speak words of intention, like, I invite only positive energy into this home. Create a playlist. I think Jessica was one that said that music is a great idea for protection of your home. Well, create a playlist for cleaning your home and for your magical work in your home. Have different playlists. Music is huge, but have a cleaning song list that accompanies you as you declutter and cleanse. Dance while you work. That makes it even more fun, and you burn calories at the same time. Win-win. Did you know that actually there are studies that say that a clean home actually boosts your creativity? It allows you to become more focused and productive. Apparently, it's a real thing. And that could be why I am not feeling super productive right now. It's kind of hard to clean up when you have a broken leg. But my hubby stepped up the game. He does all he's been doing all the laundry, all the dishes, everything. Um, so that helps. But my little areas where I sit and I can't move because I'm in this boot are a little bit cluttered because I can't get up to throw things away. So hopefully I will become a boosted creatively, creatively. Okay, that's not a word. Hopefully a boost is coming in my creativity. How about that? Create a ritual for your home. Design a simple ritual that honors your home. And it can involve lighting a candle, saying a blessing, sing it a song, sing her a song that holds meaning to you. And make this ritual a part of your routine. Do it weekly or monthly or whenever you might feel the need to reconnect with your home, whenever you feel like I'm not feeling my home. It's kind of, it feels like it's abandoning me. Redo this ritual. It's a ritual to honor your home. Maybe do it on the full moon. That's a way to easily remember when you need to do it. Do it on a full moon, light a white candle, say, may this space be filled with love, light, and laughter. Or if you're feeling like it's begrudging against you, write a chant that lets it know how much you love it, how much you care about it. Engage with your home's energy. Spend time in each room. Feel the energy and the vibe of each space. Notice how each area makes you feel and adjust things there accordingly. Maybe even name the different rooms. You might have a room, like in our house right now, I have a witch room where I do my spell work and I have my witchy cauldron pictures and my dragons and stuff up on the wall, that kind of thing. And so I have a room, but go to each room and each room has a different energy to it. So you could actually name each room, or you could name your whole house and not name each room, whatever feels right to you. Feng Shui. Ren and I did an episode on Feng Shui. It's still a little bit over my head. She's the more design creative person, so it means more to her than me. But consider incorporating Feng Shui into the energy of your home. I think that's a brilliant thing to do, honestly. Rearrange your furniture, add plants, all of that can shift the energy into a more positive way if you're feeling like your house is a little stagnant or down or unhappy. Don't forget the outdoors. Outdoors, that's a part of your home as well. So spend time outdoors, whether it's gardening or walking or simply meditating in nature. This helps to ground you and connect you to your home and the land that your home is on. I like to sit on my deck with my carpenter bees flying around, which they're doing right now down here in the South. They are the most curious creatures. I love them so much. But soak up that energy. Don't forget thankfulness and gratitude. That's huge. Do not take your home for granted. Each day, take a moment to express appreciation for the shelter, the comfort, and the security that it provides. Write a thank you note. Do this in one of your journals. Write a thank you note to your home. Acknowledge all the blessings it's provided to you. You might say something like, thank you for being my safe haven, for sheltering my dreams, for keeping me cozy on cold nights, for protecting my children, for protecting my familiars, for harboring whatever it is that the house harbors for you. And don't forget to listen to your home. Spend some quiet time in your home just simply listening. Pay attention to the sounds that it makes, the way that the lights shift throughout the day, the way the sun comes through the windows, that beautiful prism of light when it hits the window in just the right way. Make note of the feelings that you feel from listening. Keep a journal for this. It's another reason for another journal. Have a home gratitude journal. If something feels off, trust your intuition. Maybe it's time to rearrange that furniture, introduce new decor, or even paint a wall a different color. If a particular room feels heavy and uninviting, then maybe try adding a bright throw blanket, throw pillows, or a cheerful piece of art to lighten the mood. Candles, more of that ambient lighting, perhaps. Simmer pots and scents. I love walking into a home. Think about walking into your parents' home when you would go home for Thanksgiving and you would smell the turkey cooking or cookies being baked. That just makes you feel safe and secure. Well, boil and simmer herbs on the stove. Cinnamon with oranges for abundance, lavender for peace, rosemary to banish bad vibes. Simmer pots, that's a thing, and it is very lovely. I do this more often in the fall than any other time. That's just because I'm thinking about it, but maybe I need to make myself more aware and do a spring simmer pot. Throw dandelions in there, whatever it is. And if you don't have access to herbs and scents that you like that way, even though you can go to a local, um, what is it called, where you could buy plants, you can go and do a farmer's market. That's what I'm looking for. You can use incense or scented candles if you don't have time to go to a farmer's market. So, what are some unusual ways to celebrate your home? I always love to find these really different ways to celebrate your home, and this next one is my favorite of all time, and I am going to do this. Create your house's birth chart. I'm like, what? What? This is fantastic. This is amazing. So your home has an astrological identity just like we do, whether your home knows it or not. So it could actually be tied to the date that you moved in to your home. That could be its astrological date, or the date that the house was officially finished and built. Create its natal chart. Create the natal chart for your home. Figure out what its sun sign is, its moon sign is, its rising signs. Determine your house's energy. A Leo sun home might need lots of creative energy, while a Taurus moon home creates or needs cozy, luxurious vibes. I just think this is the most brilliant idea ever. So I've got to sit down and find our documents where we bought the house because I think that's the day I'm going to use. It was a brand new house when we bought it. So I need to find the exact date and time that we bought this house. We know where it is, obviously, so that one is the easy part, but the date and time you've got to have too. So I can't wait to do this and find out more about my home. And I think that will connect you to your home as well. It gives you something more to lean into with your home. A home is just not just the bricks and the wood. There's an energy in our home. Work with your house spirits if you have one, or invite one in if you don't have one. So many cultures have house spirits or guardians, like the Scottish brownie or the Slavic domovoi. And did you know brownies are small, mischievous household spirits, often depicted as helpful but potentially troublesome if mistreated? They are said to do chores and help around the house in exchange for gifts, food, and clothes. Or the Lares, Lares, don't know how to pronounce it. Those were Roman household spirits that were considered spirits of the ancestors. So you might have one of these in your home. And these are benevolent creatures that were actually back in Roman times necessary in every Roman household. They really needed their ancestral spirits. I am struggling, y'all. I'm sorry. If yours hasn't introduced itself yet, then consider leaving a small offering, the milk, the honey, or the cream, slice of bread with butter, to welcome one. Set up a small, cozy space for your house spirit. It could be a shelf, a tiny chair, even a literal dollhouse would be perfect. Ask for its help in keeping out bad vibes and listen to any odd quirks, random creaks. They might be more than just settling noises in your home. Which actually, I read somewhere that creaking in your home doesn't have anything to do with age. It has to do with the temperature in your home. And I thought that's fascinating. I didn't know that. Use your doors as magical portals. Now, Ren and I did an episode on liminal spaces and the in-between spaces. So the doors inside your home, not just your front door, but the doors inside your home are important as well. They are thresholds and between worlds and are perfect for spell work and that kind of thing. So ward off negativity by marking a protective sigil on your door frame. You can use chalk or oil, moon water, that won't leave a mark. Even your finger in the dust is enough. Use your closet doors for shadow work. If you have a skeleton in your closet, ha ha ha. Not really a skeleton. Anyway, set up a candle ritual inside to help confront hidden fears. Treat your home like an oracle. And y'all, I love my oracle cards. And to treat my home as if it's an oracle card would be the greatest thing ever. Your house is always sending you signs. You just have to notice it. So, are the lights flickering? Then your house might be trying to tell you something. Or you may need new wiring, one way or the other. But either way, you need to take some kind of action. Random cold spots could be spirit activity, or maybe your house is pointing out a place that needs energetic attention. Just pay attention to that. Objects falling or moving around, take note of what they were. What is the object? Does that have a message in and of itself? What could it mean? Could it be an ancestor trying to tell me something? Could it be a poltergeist, which would be horrifying? But take note of the movements within your home. So many of us are like, oh, I don't have time to deal with that. I'll think about it later. And then you never do. So try to be more present and aware when you're at home. You can add hidden sigils for extra enchantment in your home. Draw protective sigils on your windows with a bit of moon water, or etch them into candles before you burn your candles. No one will see them, so if you're in the broom closet, that's a perfect way to add enchantment to your home without someone going, "Oh my God, you're a witch." But the magic will be working right there in the background, just like a mystical security system for you. Invite your home to the craft. Your home has watched you, it's seen you. Make it a part of your craft. Talk to it, really. Talk to your home. Thank it for keeping you safe and warm. Tell it what energy you're trying to manifest. Tell it what your dream for this spell is. Talk to it about the dreams that you might be having. Maybe it's helped send you those dreams. And if you talk it out loud, you will be able to receive that message. Your home can tell you a lot. And I do recommend keeping a home journal, a journal just about your home. Another reason to go buy a lovely journal. I've actually got some really beautiful blank ones, and I might do this because I'm going to name my home and I'm going to do its natal birth chart. And I'm super excited about this. Okay, so our home is important. So we want to protect our home without going into too much detail because this is a topic in and of itself and we've touched on it before. But let's talk about ways to help your home protect you and help you protect your home. So, salt, do a salt barrier spell. Salt is a powerful purifying agent. In many traditions, they're supposed to help get rid of ghosts and protect you from ghosts. It creates a protective barrier around your home. So, sprinkle a line of salt across the threshold of every door and window. You can also create a circle around your own home if you don't live in an apartment. As you're sprinkling the salt, you can say a protective affirmation like, "This salt creates a barrier strong and true, keeping negativity far away from you," or something that rhymes or doesn't rhyme. It doesn't ever have to rhyme. That's difficult for some people. Like we have one listener who lives up north where salt is not great for the environment. She tries to shy away from the salt thing. So maybe protective crystal placement would be better for her. And this is actually better for someone who lives in an apartment. Crystals can absorb and deflect all kinds of negative energies, making them excellent tools for boundary protection. So choose your crystals. Protective stones like black tourmaline, amethyst, or obsidian are great choices. Do your research, find ones that mean something to you that you feel an affinity for. Place these crystals at entry points, doors and windows, or in every corner of your room. I've heard that you could put salt in every corner of your room, and I'm like, well, I don't really want my dog going over and eating the salt on the floor. But crystals, you can put them on cute little decorative shelves in the corner of the rooms. Um, that will help create a protective grid kind of in your mind and vision, laser beams connecting to one another where they join and you're in this protective shield. Hold the crystals in your hand and state your intentions, such as, "You are my shield against negativity." These are really good for people that might live in a townhouse. You can't really well, you can put crystals outside your entire complex, but that doesn't keep the bad vibes or the bad energy from your next door neighbor from coming in. It might protect the whole apartment building, but if it's your neighbor right next door that's got the bad energy, then that doesn't help you. Herbal boundaries. That's another one that's really good for people that live in apartments. Certain herbs are known for their protective qualities, and they can help create a natural barrier. Use protective herbs like rosemary, sage, or basil. You can grind up the herbs with your mortar and pestle and mix them with salt if you want to, and create a line with the salt and herb mixture around the perimeter of your home or at entry points. Or you can put this in little sachets, satchels, and hang them by your windows. And then it can be kind of decoration as well as a protection herb. Boundary marking with stones. You can use stones to create a physical and energetic boundary around your home. Gather smooth stones and pebbles that resonate with you. Arrange the stones in a circle around your home or garden or whatever area you want to protect. This one is also not so easy for apartment owners, but it's great if you own a home. My husband actually bought me a whole big giant bucket full of smooth stones. I'm going to do my witchy garden, like I've said for 2 years in a row now. But since I'm broken, he's actually cleared out the space for me, and he bought me these pebbles. They're like river stones, and I'm going to make two circles. One that's a spiral coil, and it's going to move into one that I put my pentagram in, and I'm going to plant my herbs and stuff in between there. I cannot wait. I'm very excited. That was totally off point. But anyway, your home is an extension of your magic. And so by naming it, blessing it, working with its energy, you can create a space that's not just cozy, but really enchanted. Go forth, name your houses, do something dramatic. Bask in the magic of your very own witchy sanctuary and tell us about it. Y'all, send us emails and let us know. Oh gosh, I named my house years ago and its name is this, and this is the energy I work with, and these are my home spirits that I work with. Let us know. We are so curious. You get to listen to us. We want to listen to you too. So thank you guys for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Hopefully, Ren will be back with me soon. Um, I actually am going to name my house, so I will try to update all of you all about it and let you know how the ceremony goes and what I do and what worked and didn't work. But I don't want to name my house, what is the word, off the cuff. I want it to be an intentional act. I want it to be done with the proper effort, the proper intent. So I will keep you all posted. But thank you guys for listening. You can find out more about us at www.c3witchypodcast.com. Almost had a brain fart there. There you will find all our episodes. You will find our merch that we have for sale. I'm about to start designing some more. It's time to get into that springtime vibe. What else do we have there? You can email us from there. That is the best way to get in touch with us. We have links to take you straight to our Patreon and Buzzsprout. If you guys want to support us, that would be very lovely. We would love it. If you don't have the money to support us, then that's totally understandable. But anytime you can reshare a post, anytime you can comment on us, especially on YouTube, we're trying to get YouTube going, and it seems to be struggling. But anything that you all can do to pass on the word about us would be great. One of our patrons heard about us. She lives locally. She's like a neighbor to us, and she heard about us in Louisiana. So, talk about us. Let other people know. We would really appreciate it. And we will be back. And until then, stay witchy.